Kia ora and welcome to the Amateur Austenite. I'm Frances Duncan, an author and the founder of the Jane Austen Society of New Zealand. My special guest today is my writing friend, Amme.
Kia ora.
What's your experience, your knowledge of Austen?
Mostly passive absorption via pop culture. My friend is an avid Austen lover and has read many a thing. You are also an avid Austen lover and have read many a thing. And I have picked things up via general association with people. But I have not actually read an Austen novel. I think I may have seen a Pride and Prejudice movie at some point, but I wouldn't even be able to tell you which one.
And today we're going to be discussing Letter 4 of Lady Susan by Jane Austen. We're very lucky that Amme has agreed to read Letter 4 for us.
I mean, lucky may not be the word for it. Letter 4. Mr. de Courcy to Mrs. Vernon. Parklands. My dear sister, I congratulate you and Mr. Vernon on being about to receive into your family the most accomplished coquette in England. As a distinguished flirt, I have always been taught to consider her, but it has lately fallen in my way to hear some particulars of her conduct at Langford, which prove that she does not confine herself to that sort of honest flirtation which satisfies most people, but aspires to the more delicious gratification of making a whole family miserable. By her behaviour to Mr. Mannering, she gave jealousy and wretchedness to his wife, and by her attentions to a young man previously attached to Mr. Mannering's sister, deprived an amiable girl of her lover. I learnt all of this from a Mr. Smith now in the neighbourhood. I have dined with him at Hurst and Wilford, who has just come from Langford, where he was a fortnight in the house with her ladyship, and who is therefore well acquainted to make the communication. What a woman she must be! I long to see her, and shall certainly accept your kind invitation, that I may form some idea of those bewitching powers which can do so much, engaging at the same time at the same household the affections of two men who were neither of them at liberty to bestow them, and all this without the charm of youth. I am glad to find that Miss Vernon does not come with her mother to Churchill, as she has not even manners to recommend her, and according to Mr. Smith's account, is equally dull and proud. Where pride and stupidity unite, there can be no dissimulation-worthy notice, and Miss Vernon shall be consigned to unrelenting contempt. But by all that I can gather, Lady Susan possesses a degree of captivating deceit which must be pleasing to witness and detect. I shall be with you very soon, and am, your affectionate brother, Reginald de Courcy.
Thank you. That was beautiful.
Fucking love this man.
So you've read the first part of Lady Susan. What are your thoughts so far?
Lady Susan comes into people's lives like a bomb. She drops in and it is batten down the hatches, it is hide anything that you do not want, like pinched, lock down, hide, be prepared, be warned, she's coming. And she knows it, which is almost better, because you see it in the way that everyone is reacting to her presence. She knows.
I have a great affection for Lady Susan. She is so much fun.
Yeah, she seems it. She doesn't seem like a person I want to be friends with, but I want to be friends with someone who's friends with her, so I hear about what's going on.
In this letter, we find out that people are gossiping about her, so it's possible you'd find out anyway.
Yeah, no, actually, maybe I just want to be Reggie's friend.
Reggie's pretty cool. I like Reggie. And he's so excited about this, right? I congratulate you. As a very distinguished flirt myself.
It's like, tell me.
Tell me, yes. I'm very young and handsome. All the girls love me, obviously.
Obviously.
And the way he describes her, she doesn't do honest flirtation, but she aspires to the more delicious gratification of making a whole family miserable.
This man is going to show up where she is and meet his hero. Hi, I've heard about you. Please teach me everything you know.
He longs to see her bewitching powers.
It's so good. Like, it is a short letter. It is a very short letter, but it is so packed with awe for this woman, and it reads like something you find in a disaster area, as like, oh, so this is what went wrong. This happened. These people met in person in a location and it became everyone's problem.
Yeah, he refers to her as the most accomplished coquette in England, which is basically a flirt.
Honestly, that sounds like one of the best possible titles that you could be given in random gossip.
You see why I love her?
She's great. She's clearly got plans, and everyone else just gets to deal with those plans, except apparently him, who is sitting on the sidelines with a glass of something alcoholic, clapping at every motion. This man is here to do golf claps and watch the world burn.
Oh, I'm trying so hard not to do spoilers this series because so few people have read Lady Susan. Things get interesting for Reggie.
I imagine they would.
I hadn't picked up quite as much as you have his kind of hero worship. She is a master, engaging at the same time, in the same house, the affections of two men who were neither of them at liberty to bestow them. One's married, the husband of the house she's living in, she seduces. And then she seduces his sister's boyfriend, basically.
I mean, power move.
Yeah.
It's like, hi, you invited me into your house. I'm just going to make myself right at home.
But somehow the stories got out, right? And Mr. Smith has told Reggie about it. I don't know why Jane Austen feels it necessary to include Mr. Smith. Not just that, but, oh, and I dined at him at Hurst in Wilford. Here are the bona fides. I'm not just making this shit up.
Yeah, like, do we know Mr. Smith from anywhere?
He never appears again.
Mr. Smith has one, like, role in life, and it is to drop this specific piece of gossip to this person who is so ready for it, and just leave, just never be seen again. And frankly, I think he's doing the Lord's work. He may never show up again, but what he did has done something grand for the world. Possibly not for anyone outside of Lady Susan and Reggie, though. Possibly only those two will truly appreciate what Mr. Smith has done, but everyone else is going to become very aware of what has happened.
How do you think his sister reacted on receiving this letter from her brother?
You know, when you open a letter and you're like, maybe if I set this on fire, it won't be real. You already know that this person is going to just be showing up at your house. Like, she's decided that she's arriving. You've had to change your plans because she's decided she's arriving. And then not only do you get a letter from your brother being like, hey, I heard about who's coming to stay with you, and some of the stuff that she did before she came to stay with you. You get, oh my god, the person who's coming to stay with you has been so awful in so many ways. I'm so excited to meet her. I am also going to be showing up at your house. Don't worry, I'll be there. The man is already popping popcorn, whereas she is just like, I don't know how I'm gonna get through living in the same house with her, but I'm gonna have to.
Because you know at this point that she tried to stop Mrs. Vernon marrying Mr. Vernon, right?
Yes, it comes up. And also something about the house. They don't get to buy the estate because Lady Susan was like, no, don't do that. It would be so sad if the younger brother owned the estate and the older brother couldn't. So your childhood home and everything is just gone?
Yep.
Stunning, shocking, absolute powerful, monstrous move. I love her. No one is going to be happy when she arrives. Except probably Lady Susan and definitely Reggie when he shows up.
What do you think about the mentions of Miss Vernon? Reggie says he's glad to find that she's not coming. She doesn't even have manners to recommend her. She is dull and proud. Where pride and stupidity unite, there can be no dissimulation worthy notice. She's stupid and she's proud. Why should we even bother with her? She deserves unrelenting contempt.
Powerful, considering everything we've just found out about her mother. You give us all of this about her mother, like, oh my gosh, look at her go, yes queen, yes. And then her daughter is just like, well, I mean, she's also kind of a bitch, but like, we don't like her as much. She's probably like not as interesting a bad person, so like, I guess she can come, but, like, does she have to? Can't you just, like, leave her somewhere, please? Also, everyone seems stoked that she's not coming. Everyone seems super thrilled that the daughter isn't arriving at the house. Like, even in the previous letters where it comes up, but thank goodness the child is not going to be in the house. She's going to be at school. Don't you want a chance to make sure there's not another generation of her? Don't you want the chance to, like, make this child not be the terrifying manipulative flirt who can, you know, make a whole family miserable with her sheer flirtatiousness? Don't you want to be able to be like, hi, young child who's been in the care of Lady Susan, and maybe we should have checked in on that before now? Would you like a supportive and loving family environment? Can I interest you in a good time?
You got to remember also that Miss Vernon, Frederica, or Freddie as I call her, is 16. At this point, she's old enough to be married off. She is technically an adult.
I have the impression that often Austen doesn't do the necessarily young married off as much as she does the holy shit, you're still not married off. Yes,
it is a bit shocking when they get married quite young. You think of Lydia Bennet. Actually, I shouldn't try and bring other things in because you won't know.
No, I remember this one. I saw the Lizzie Bennet diaries. I also saw the Lizzie Bennet diaries.
That counts. Also, there's currently a rewatch going on. It's very good. But yes, Lydia Bennet gets married at 16, and it's kind of a big thing. It is probably the youngest that you'd want a woman to get married. You can do 15.
Well, because there's also that implication where if someone is getting married that young, that, like, there's some family trouble somewhere that means that you need the money, fame, connections of a marriage to happen quite quickly.
/ someone's had sex.
Yes, / there may be a pregnancy and we need to quickly whoop whoop.
And this is our discussion about letter 4 of Lady Susan by Jane Austen. I'm Frances Duncan. You can find me at francesduncanwrites.com and on Twitter at Frances_Duncan and newly on Instagram at Frances Duncan Does. Thank you for listening and we wish you happy reading.